Okay, New York session done. Took a few trades this session. I'm gonna get off the charts now. I don't think I'll be waiting for anything else. I think I took all the best ones that I could take. Took one on oil, added into my position on DE30, and then I took one on NAS. So NAS trade, pretty straightforward. Breakout setup, broke out of the previous day low, broke out of the previous H8 low, was waiting for a retest of that, an M15 high fake out. Got one here, but I was not looking at the market at that time. Um, so here at the H4, start of the H4 bar, I noticed on the 1 hour that we had this fake out bar, nice fake out bar on the M15. There's a nice momentum bar there that took out that last M15 bullish breakout level. And so once I saw this, I was ready to take this down. But New York Stock Exchange open is 30 minutes later, so I did wait for that. Once I saw this M15 fake out, then I knew I was going to enter this market. As soon as the market opened, I entered stop loss high of that structure, taking it down to the previous week low. Took partials at this H4 range. On the H4, there's a inside bar right here. Inside bars, you extend the previous highs and lows of the previous bar, and that turns into a range. Price never got out of this range, and so I did take partials as price got to that bottom level of the range. And it's also on a range in the daily, and so I'm going to be taking partials as price if price gets all the way down to this level, which is a previous week low. Yeah, so pretty straightforward trade on this one. Breakout setup on NAS took about, see, first TP I took 2.5R, and if it gets all the way previous week low, it's about 6R on this one. Took partials first at the H4 range. Yeah, so that was a trade on NAS. Took one on oil, very similar setup, breakout of the previous day low. Once I saw this M15 breakout bar going to the downside, taking out that last bullish breakout bar, I entered straight as price broke below this H4 low level. And so I entered like this slightly before the H4 bar opened, but I did like the setup. Did not have a target on this breakout setups. I seldom have targets. I tend to wait until there's a fake out of the M15. Over here, it faked out the previous H8 low on this M15 bullish fake out bar. So I took some partials there. Took partials at about 4.5R, and now I'll just be trailing the runners. So this is just your classic break and retest. Took a nice one in London, somewhere here, and I'm trading the continuation of this oil trade. So yeah, another breakout setup, not picture perfect, but still a breakout setup for me. So that was the other trade I took, and then the last trade is on DE30. DE30, I took a nice one in London, somewhere up here. Took partials at this level right here when it got down to this fake out level. When price pulled back and flipped that M15 level again, turning this bullish, bearish. Did wait until my session. My session starts 8 o'clock. But once I saw this M15 bar, I did want to enter quickly. So once I got to the charts, about 15 minutes before this, I entered straight away. Stop loss at the high of there. And first target was previous day low, but price actually blew right by that. So I ended up taking partials at the day breakout level. Yeah, so the reason why I wanted to enter into this one, adding into this, is because if you watch the London session video, I did say that the D30 is in a nice area for this to continue downwards. So I did want to add into my position as much as I could. So I still have the runners from the London trade up here. I'm going to start trailing them soon, and I took partials here on the New York session trade. Still have runners on available on this. Took about 5.5R, 5R on this one. and we'll be trailing both runners. So right now, price is at this day breakout level, right? And so it broke out of this previous day low, faked out that previous day high first, and then broke out of the previous day low. This is a breakout reversal. This turns into a counter trend breakout. Really small one, but it still is a counter trend breakout. And now, if price can get past this breakout level, it turns into a false breakout, right? So, price broke out, breakout reversal, counter trend breakout down to that breakout level. Um, Counter trend breakouts almost always go to those breakout levels. Even though this is tiny, I still count it as a counter trend breakout. If it gets past below this, it turns into a false breakout, which has a good chance of turning into a fake out continuation or a trend breakout. And let's see if DE30 does that. I have runners in good positions. I think I took a really nice trade. Let's see if it'll run. Hopefully it does, but we shall see. So those are the three trades I took. I opted for NAS over US 30 simply because I've always preferred NAS over US 30. I did like how the H8 and the previous day low were all in the same area. Just visually, it seemed nicer to me. NAS had more of a cluster of levels and did not really break out so cleanly. So did not take anything on US 30. I focused more on NAS. Gold, I liked gold, but it's kind of a mixed bias for me. Was looking for sells, but then at the start of the session, or slightly before it, it broke out as a reversal, and then after that, it just kind of broke out to the downside, and I had no real setup to take this. So did not trade gold. It's pretty elusive for me recently, but yep, that's just how it goes. Did not trade that. Did not look at forex. Usually in New York, if I have setups on the indices and oil and gold, then I don't bother looking at any of these. So did not look at forex. Yeah. So New York session done. Took one on oil, added into D30, and took one on NAS. Looks like the NAS will soon get to the TP. And there you go.